1 year has now passed since the battle in Old Miltian space. Ever since the Zohar was swallowed up by the giant Gnosis, the Gnosis phenomenon has increased in frequency, and the people are now constantly exposed to its threat. Yet, despite the large number of star systems that have been destroyed by the Gnosis, people continue to resist, refusing to cooperate with each other, and engaging in one pointless conflict after another. I found myself full of questions. I wanted to know more about the immigrant fleet, the organization that was behind the Miltian conflict, as well as the words that were spoken by the Patriarch Sergius. He said that the Ormus are the rightful possessors of the Zohar. So I began to investigate. I wanted to know more about the relationship between the Miltian conflict and the Zohar on my own. 6 months ago, I encountered a group of people called Scientia. I was able to obtain their aid as I found myself becoming more and more involved in an incident that revolved around a mysterious program called Lemegeton. It turned out to be a Zohar control program, which was developed during the Lost Jerusalem era. Its creator, Grimoire, continued to wander the UMN as a mental entity in search of a being. He was searching for Nephilim, the girl in the white dress that has appeared before me countless times. The existence of an organization controlling Grimoire from the shadows came to light. Vector's Special Technology Advancement Division. This department, jointly managed by the government and private industry, had been wiped from the records. But there was no doubt it had been created by the organization I worked for. Vector also had contact with the UTIC organization, and the UTIC organization was connected with Ormus. But the evidence was concealed, and the truth had been buried away into the darkness. Everything except for one fact. I found out the name of the individual who was in the lead position at that time in the management office. When I saw the name, Suo Uzuki, I felt nothing. No surprise, no sadness, and no anger. To be honest, I felt nothing at all. Somewhere in my heart, I think that I must have expected it. All I could feel was a sense of resignation, knowing that the inevitable had finally come to pass. And I decided to quit my job at Vector. The friends I made there, and Cosmos, were the only bonds I had linking me to Kevin. But I couldn't stand being there any longer. Maybe I did it to atone for all of the victims. Maybe it was to strike back at my late father, who had abandoned my mother. No, it wasn't for either of those reasons. It was probably that I... Let's see. I'm supposed to meet him at the hotel. There's still some time. I think I'll look around the city.
am I? What? Get away. Stop. Stay back. Stop. Stop it. Stop it! Don't touch me! Stop it! Don't talk to me! I refuse to acknowledge you! Stop talking to me! Stop it! I won't do what you want! Voodoo.
Yuriev? Dr. Yuriev. Is something wrong? Are you not feeling well?
I'm just having some trouble getting along with my son. I'm fine. Please continue.
Yes, sir. Currently the operational experiments are underway in the research ward. And the doctor wishes to give you a report.
I see. Accompany me, Citrine.
Yes, sir.
So, you finally decided to come listen to me, Dmitri Yuriev. I see you're as unfriendly as ever, Sellers. I don't have much time. Just tell me the results. You're as bad as Margulis. You commanders are so inflexible. Anyway, the startup experiment has already succeeded. The problem is... what? Look at these values.
The pulse from the temporal lobe is unstable. Perhaps there's a problem in the link with the pilot.
This is based on the prototype recovered from the ruins of Milsha. It was originally calibrated for an Ormus priest, so these results are unsurprising. Same as the power supply. It was designed to match the original Zohar. Currently, we're operating it using the spare emulator unit I constructed. But because of it, the output is unstable, and the link with the pilot is poor. Are you saying it won't run? Exactly the opposite. It generates too much power, and we're unable to stop it. Federation's technicians are no fools, but Ormus is much more experienced in regards to this. If we at least had Vector participating, the outcome might have been a little different. Why did you remove them from the project? The Lamageddon incident. I'm sure you're aware they were involved in it. I don't know what he's scheming, but I can't allow him to gain top-secret information. What about the alternative you're using in place of Cosmos? Have you determined its origin? It may be another Vector plot. I have people working on that now. Even if it was, it's still just an anti-Gnosis weapon. We'll just use it for our own purpose. Now, give me an update on the Macabre. No visible problems with that thing. We've already completed the final calibration. Thanks to the Y data you brought. Did I hurt your pride? Take that how you like, but I hope you appreciate my work. I painfully reconstructed it by putting the fragments together. It would almost have been faster to build it from scratch. Of course, with the core in this condition, I can't guarantee its safety. There's not much time left before the demonstration. I trust you'll have it ready by then. Of course. Otherwise, there'd be no point of me being here. By the way, Have you found an opponent? You're going to need something impressive to fight this thing.
Don't worry, that's already been arranged.
Oh.
It's the perfect opponent to silence the fools that support Vector.
Big news! Big news!
Hey, where's the new chief?
If you're looking for Chief Ridgely, he went out to the city. He said he was meeting someone.
A meeting? Oh, he must have gone to see Chief Uzuki. What does he think he's doing at a time like this? He should just tell her he's in love with her. He needs to make up his mind and act.
By Uzuki, you mean Shion Uzuki, the former chief? She took responsibility for the Gnosis terrorism and resigned, right? Was she Chief Ridgely's girlfriend?
What? If she were, he would be delirious. But reality is harsh.
So, what's the big news? Did something...
Oh, yeah. Cosmos is going to be the opponent for the new weapon in the demonstration.
New weapon? You mean that...
Yeah, that crazy thing. I guess they want to acquire real-world combat data along with the activation test. But they've sure got a lot of confidence to pick Cosmos as the opponent.
Yeah, they may have removed her from the project, but she's still ready for combat. Do they think they can win over support if it defeats Cosmos?
Yeah, I hear there's a lot of Vector-friendly Parliament members in the government. It's probably a move to take some wind out of that faction. I can't believe they're using the product of our stress and caffeine as a political tool. They'll learn not to mess with the Princess of First Division. We're gonna send them packing. Damn it! We need to get started on the calibration work right away! What the hell is the new chief doing at a time like this?
Okay, so this is the third and final game. So there's been a lot of improvements, especially with like the graphics and stuff. Also, I guess they decided to now add voice acting to conversations between the characters, but earlier between Tokashi and that assistant at Vector, I felt like they just kind of added that conversation, I don't know, just to have more voice acting, since I felt like that entire conversation was pretty pointless. Okay. So the good thing about games, especially like JRPGs, like from like the 2000 stuff, they're pretty straightforward with the maps and stuff, so there's not a lot of exploration, but I do like walking around and destroying stuff in order to make sure I get everything, because it saves you a lot of money, especially for Xenosaga. Just gonna buy all these equipments. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Xenosaga tends to have a lot of cutscenes and whatnot. So the first two parts I didn't really talk since it was just filled with cutscenes and conversations. I don't know if you guys have watched the first and second part of the game, but a lot of information are from those two. And also, like, seems like every single game they've changed like the battle system, and both for like character battles as well as like the ES or eggs in the first one. I don't know how to pronounce half of these stuff. Is there anything else to destroy here? Nope. Anyways, I'm just kind of testing out commentating about games. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue on with them. It just depends on how I feel about it and how it turns out. Hopefully, if I decide to keep going with commentating, I'll be able to buy either a better headset or maybe a microphone. Okay, for anyone who's unfamiliar with the game, segment file is basically they're secret doors with really good items behind them. But the down part is that you have to keep finding like the keys to them. Anyways, I'm gonna head to the park first, since it's mostly just items, because there's like a mini game in another area. Another thing that you'll probably notice is that compared to the first and second, the character designs kind of changed. Personally, I preferred the second one, and I wish they would have stayed with the second one, or like the second style of the character design. Since I feel like, and that's just a personal preference, it's just that I felt like they looked better and they don't look as, maybe, I guess, anime-ish. And they actually look more of their age, for a lack of a better description. So, to get this item, we're gonna have to come back later in the evening in order to open the floodgate, I guess, and go get it. Anyways, it's been a while since I last played this game. So, half the storyline and stuff I don't really remember. I just remember, I guess, the most basics of information. So I don't think there's any, like, thing to destroy here, like, item-wise, but just let me take a look for a second. Okay. Let's go upstairs for a second. Oops. Okay, looks like there's nothing up here. Okay, so this is a mini game, and I'm just gonna take a few minutes to play this mini game in order to get some items. Okay, so with that mini game, you get a decoder 2, which is used to unlock some of the segment files. So we're about to go and meet Alan now to move on with the story.
Chief, it's good to see you again.
Alan, you're looking well.
Actually, I could use some sleep. But I got more energy than others. You're looking well too, Chief.
Hey, could you stop using Chief? I'm no longer part of Vector. You can call me Shion.
What? Oh, she... Chief. It's hard to change what I call you after all this time.
Really? Seems easy enough to me. Well, whatever.
I've already got you a room on the upper floor, so go ahead and settle in. When you're done, come back down. I'll show you around town.
There's a lot I want to talk about, so why don't you come up with me?
What? Go with you? The room is a double.
Of course, no one's expecting a suite. Ah, there's the elevator.
No, I mean... Wait, Chief!
So, how are things? Is everyone doing well?
Yes, they're all fine. But they don't seem to be very happy with the sudden decision to cancel the project. I'm not happy about it either.
They didn't give any advance notice?
Nothing of the sort. 2nd Division had already begun the next phase along with 1st Division. So they wound up putting a lot of work to waste. Miyuki said they're all in a really bad mood. Well, the government is compensating our financial losses. But they can't compensate us for the time we spent on this project.
Is that really how 2nd Division feels and not how Miyuki feels? That girl was so excited about Cosmos' weapons development.
Who is it?
Hi, Alan. Is she on there yet? Oh, there you are.
Oh? Is that all you have to say to your former co-worker after not seeing her for 6 months?
6 months? We just met last...
6 months ago, remember?
Oh, yeah, right. Has it really been that long?
Huh?
Nothing. I can't believe Miyuki lost track of time.
Yeah, I guess time just flew by. Anyway, I bet you're happy, Alan, since you're all alone in a hotel room with Xian. Are you planning to enjoy some quality time with her after this?
What are you talking about?
I hit the nail on the head, huh?
What are you talking about? I'm not that kind of guy. Jeez.
Ooh, a little nervous stutter. Men are such animals.
You too. Miyuki, did you have some reason for calling Alan?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need the necessary weapon details by tonight.
Weapons? For what?
For Cosmos, of course. Didn't Togashi tell you? There's going to be a public demonstration to show off that new weapon tomorrow. And Cosmos is going to be a part of it. Rumor is.
What? This is the first I've heard about it. Besides, I've already taken today off, and,
What are you talking about? Please send the details by this evening. It takes time to put these things together, you know. Anyway, that's how it goes, so good luck, Chief Ridgely.
Wait a minute!
Sounds like you're a pretty busy man, Chief Ridgely.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It looks like I have to get back to work. I'd actually planned to show you a good time around town after this, but...
Don't worry about it. Hey, do you think I can sit in on the public demonstration tomorrow? I would love to see Cosmos and everyone else, too. Think that'll be all right?
Oh, sure. I'll ask the director to let you observe as a special advisor. Officially, you left the company on a positive note, so I doubt there'll be any problems. I'll come by and get you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks.